right, we are here with the Gag on This podcast. I am your host, Big Nick. I am joined by my co-host, Jerron.
What's up?
I thought you weren't going to say anything. I was a little worried there. I'm also joined by Rob. Say what up.
What up?
All right, and now we have internationally known, mind you, Josh Means, everybody.
I hope that comes across way better than it felt. Just having 3 people give sad claps.
It's theater of the mind. We have a packed house here.
You got the redheaded stepchild.
I appreciate it. That's what I've been telling people. The redheaded stepchild of comedy. That's on my bio, actually. I'm not even...
Is it really?
Nice.
Yeah.
No shit.
I also feel like internationally known couldn't be more wrong. I just lucked into participating in a comedy show in New York. Other than that, it's all West Coast. I was just in the right basement at the right time.
Yeah, how was that, by the way, going to Skankfest?
Oh, man, it was so fun. I mean, I just went, me and my girlfriend went just for fun, and even without performing, like I performed 2 hours before they closed. Even before that, I was having the time of my life. I got to meet so many famous comics, people I look up to. So that was really cool. And then to get to perform and actually do kind of well was just the cherry on top.
Yeah, so what he's talking about, I told you, the way we bonded actually is we're both fans of this amazing podcast called Legion of Skanks. Sounds familiar? You know Big J. Okerson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't know, hum a few bars.
They're the most offensive podcast out there. At least that's what they say.
Well, I don't know.
Well, they're pretty fucking offensive.
Yeah, Jay does great crowd work. And just has
He did a crowd work show while we were there, and it was phenomenal.
Does he even have material?
Yeah, he does, but almost all of it is like he's got crowd work that leads into something. He's going to ask you how many people you've slept with in the past 24 hours to lead into his jokes about you being a slut. He knows. He's got material on anything, too. It's crazy.
And he always hopes for a black guy in the audience. I remember him saying that.
Yeah.
All right, so before we get into the crux of everything, I'm so glad you're here because I saw that right after I told you hopped into this Twitter beef that Parker's going on. So, all right, so essentially, luckily,
copy of my notes.
Your notes. So luckily, I reached out to Parker. He couldn't be on today, but he said it's okay for us to talk about. So essentially, for those of you that aren't privy,
yeah, fill us all in.
So this chick, and what's weird is, do you know the chick?
No.
Okay.
I don't even think Parker knew her that well. I think it was just a Tinder match gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, which is weird because she has a boyfriend.
Yeah,
like, did you
I
read
saw her
that?
post that, which I don't believe, but I feel like that was just an easy tweet to kind of push Parker away, make him look even worse. But, it makes her look worse if you're on Tinder and you're talking about your boyfriend, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, basically, Artie Lang made a joke about slave rape. And Parker defended Artie's joke, which I kind of agree with defending it because it's like, this is going to sound racist, but who's the black guy that died of diabetes, the comedian?
Which one? Patrice.
Patrice, okay. Patrice O'Neal, when he talked about Michael Richards and the N-word, he said he didn't fault him because it was coming from a place of he wanted to make people laugh. It wasn't coming from a hurtful. So that's why I kind of defend Artie doing that. But essentially, Parker stood up for it, and then she posted texts between her and Parker about this on Twitter and then called him out personally and was basically saying, you're a loser, we're not going to go to your shows. I think you pointed out.
Thank God. That is the last person I would want at one of my shows. Maybe that's just me personally, but I feel like that's the hardest laugh.
Yeah. And essentially, she was what's weird is I followed her for a while, and she's not a horrible person, but all of a sudden she's gone from basically men are okay to men suck. all men suck.
I think all women go through at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. This chick is like Nazi. Like, I read some of them. Here, I'll read you a couple.
Now, just to clarify, the slave rape joke was a person raping a slave, or the slave raping a person?
The slave raping
Not
the
that
person.
slaves weren't people, but you know what I mean.
Technically, only 3/5.
That math is really tricky too.
The 3/5?
Yeah.
Because if you have two of them together, that's more than one person
That's
still.
6/10.
All right, quick math. How many slaves does it take to equal?
I thought it
Like
would be
a round
6/5,
number.
That's
to
what
be
I
honest.
mean. Yeah. I failed math, so here he is. Over
It
here.
would be one person and 1/5.
Be
So-
5.
5 people?
Well, 5, and then so multiplying across 15 over 25.
So 5 would actually add up to 3.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Really Bad Math Podcast.
Yeah. It's racist bad math.
Should be the new name of the podcast.
All right, so this is one that I'll read. And finally, at Parker Stand Up, we will talk about you regularly. We will not only want to not fuck you after you treat us like this. This is weird, though. We will laugh at you and also not come to your shows. That one I didn't get, which I'm glad you pointed
that
out.
was the one that I replied to out of all of them, just because, like, that's everything the comedian wants is a laugh. He doesn't.
Success.
He knows you're not going to fuck him. Parker was well aware of that. He just wanted the laugh, and she said she was going to.
Yeah, and then she says that...
Win-win.
Where'd it go? Right there. I will personally start calling you that one kid who's a rape apologist until it catches on. And, like, the reason I wanted to bring this up, other than the fact that it's hilarious to me personally.
At least he had manners.
Yeah, and I like... So I wrote on Facebook that we were going to talk about this. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that right after I did that, I go to Twitter, and he's fucking writing to her.
I had to.
And then on one of them, which I don't know if you know this, she wrote back to you when you said, what is it? Now you're assuming my gender?
Oh, I did not see that she wrote back to
She
that
did.
one. Oh, man.
Yes.
What did she say?
I'm paraphrasing, but I think it was... First of all, we got to her, apparently, because she wrote that talking to Sacramento comedians and being bogged down really gets to you. But she wrote that, I went from having people tell me I suck to now I'm assuming their genders. And then John Ross, do you know John Ross?
I'm familiar with the name.
Okay. He got into it with her about this. It was just insane.
Yeah, he had a pretty funny tweet. She had a lot of Sacramento comics going after her, which I thought was pretty cool, seeing everybody, like, bond together over something so stupid. But
Yeah.
still, everybody kind of had Parker's back, and I think that's pretty cool of the Sacramento comedy scene. We all tend to get along, but when somebody attacks one of our baby cubs, we got to go out there and get them.
Well, and my thing is, having met Parker, I even told him this when I was DMing him, is like I don't see any malice in him. I feel he's one of
Yeah.
these guys that, like, it would take a lot for him to fucking get pissed off.
Oh, yeah, he's super sweet. He looks
Goofy.
like a serial killer, but he's one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And he's
Yeah.
always
Most of them
been-
are.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's how they get there.
Yeah. All right.
So did he actually go out with this girl? Or they just were a match and...
I guess they were going to meet
gonna-
for coffee.
Yeah, I thought it said something. I thought that it said that he had already met one time or something. I skimmed over most of the tweets, but maybe I did see the thing about going for coffee getting postponed.
Yeah.
So then that might have been the one time that they were going to meet.
So she's not
I'm going
pissed
to have to
'cause-
move your
Yep.
mic and follow you everywhere.
No, you're good. I can hold it too.
Go for it.
Makes
That's what I
easier.
do.
Yeah. All right.
So she's not pissed because he wanted to go Dutch or anything like that.
No, I mean, that sounds like her style, but I don't think it made it that far.
It's just so weird. Like, she never used to be like this. So, Betsy, if you're listening, please give us a fucking shout out on your Twitter. That would be great. Wow.
That's funny.
By the way, how do you guys feel about shameless plugs?
I love
Bring them
them.
on.
Well, we're a
At
Black
Jay
Top
Means
Comedy.
on Twitter, Instagram.
That's right. We are a Blacktop. Didn't I say that? No, I didn't.
Not
I
yet.
don't think you did.
Just now.
I even printed an intro specifically because I was like, I have to mention them. The only reason I ask is this? Yeah, that's being picked up on the mic, buddy.
Sorry, man.
Only I can hear it though.
Cheapas.
No, because that damn show. You guys know that damn show on 98 Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not the greatest show, but it's a show. So I tweeted the dude, Mikey, on it, like, hey, can you give me a shout out or a plug, in the hopes that people that followed him would see it because I tagged him in it. And then I told somebody about that, and they said that was the most desperate thing I've done in a long time.
I feel like you have done more desperate things than
Do you? You just
ask
met
for
me
a
and
plug.
you
I do, but I don't know. You look like the type. Shameless plug isn't that much to... We've all done worse than that. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've all roofied a girl, right? Right? No?
If Parker would have made it here, maybe. We could. No, I love Parker.
I do too. It's insane that it was getting such hostility. Like, it was nuts.
Yeah. I told him he dodged a bullet with that one. And by bullet, I mean the vibrator that she's going to have to use for the rest of her life. And then that's when she called me what did she say? Like a stupid male sack comedian. That's when I said, so you're just assuming my gender.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Oh, it was great. All right, so what we're going to do now is, before we get on to the next topic, I posted on Facebook, like, hey, send us your random questions, and we'll answer them. I was anticipating more of a response. Luckily, thank God for fucking Jay Wuck, because we're going to answer one of his questions before we...
Only one?
Oh, no, we're going to answer all of them.
All right, good. I saw a bunch of them. Jay came through.
He
brought a lot of
did.
questions.
He fucking did. The Hitler one. It's such a
Yeah, I
great...
feel like I learned a lot about Jay just from the questions.
Well, the way he... All right, now I have to just fucking read it because
And I've never heard Hitler used as a verb. But
Yeah, that's what you were saying. All right. So essentially, this guy gave us the greatest questions ever. But, and you know what? No one listens to this podcast, really. Like,
Yeah.
sorry. You're on a
That's
podcast.
okay.
And
That's all right.
yeah,
Get more
exactly.
shameless plugs out there.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to get a little more desperate.
At Marcus Allen. Give me a plug. All right. Question number 1. And we all have to answer this. Are we in agreement that we will all answer this?
Sure.
I haven't seen the questions.
Neither
So
is
I'm at
he.
an unfair
I
advantage.
saw. I glanced at them and I couldn't find them again.
Oh, but you
'Cause
did.
I'm an idiot,
You did
but
mention
yeah.
the Hitler one, though. So.
Yeah.
All right. If you had, all caps, to get rid/eliminate one race in order to rid the world of cancer and hunger, which race would you Hitler? I know, isn't that just the fucking best?
I would go with gingers.
Are gingers a race?
You know, my wife's a ginger,
Well, I'm
so
sorry.
you got my vote on it.
Oh, that's funny. I don't think we are a race at all. But I feel like we're the worst kind of people. I don't know if we're a race, but if we were, I would be racist.
Well, I do know that in antiquity, that when children with red hair and fair skin and blue eyes were born, they were usually tossed out in the woods, especially if they were twins, in which case they would actually bury them.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I didn't have a twin, because my dad did that first part.
My wife, my wife has a twin, so
Really?
she was just born like 100 years too late.
They look exactly alike?
They do. Well, not to me,
Not to you.
right?
Oh,
Well, yeah,
okay.
because you love her.
Yeah, that's it.
But isn't, and no offense, you know, my dad's a ginger as well. Isn't being a ginger like a defect? Like, isn't red
Pretty
hair?
much, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't red hair like a recessive gene?
Yeah, it is a recessive gene. Like, it was like my great-grandpa was the last person in my family that had red hair. So, like, it doesn't even make sense that I have red hair. But here I am. I don't know. I always kind of hoped that meant, like, my mom cheated on my dad. Because my dad was a piece of shit. But, no, I'm stuck with him.
Oh, man. Good old gingers. Yeah, but eventually you'll lose your red hair. Like, I bet it was redder when you were younger,
it
right?
was, yeah. It got more blonde, and then it kind of settled with, like, the orange it's at now. I can't wait to go gray.
I'm trying to think. I was going to ask you, does the carpet match the drapes? But that's a female analogy. What's the male analogy to that?
It would work.
Like, does your stump match the foliage? No, because that's your dick.
It's all hardwood. I don't know.
Right now?
Boner check.
We were talking about Parker and
No, Parker gets you going, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, feminists do.
You like to be cucked? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh no.
That is a great word. Do you
It
guys
is.
ever use that in daily?
I feel like
Isn't that an alt-right word?
since nobody listens to this podcast, I feel like I can say this, but I feel like cuck is the new word for faggot.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people call people a cuck nowadays as like a slur, but like playing around.
Yeah.
Whereas,
I can see that.
Yeah, like a non-manly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a good observation.
You need
I
to
per-
eat your mic, buddy.
I am so sorry, or I'll just speak up. But
Sorry.
Yeah, no. But although the other one's a better word,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
more satisfying.
It gets
you know.
it gets the point across.
Yeah, it's like saying fuck as opposed to fudge.
Yeah.
It just doesn't cut it.
Is cucking a bad thing, though? Because I thought that was like a fetish. Do you know what cuck is? Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. You had that look of like, I don't know. Okay. But is
I
that
don't
a bad
social
thing?
media, but I have the internet.
Is it a bad, like...
I consider it. I mean, something's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, for you to want someone to come in, rail your girl, and just be cool with it while you're watching, there's something wrong there.
See, I grew up with that was voyeurism.
Yeah.
No, that voyeurism is watching someone else do that shit. You know, you're sneaking in, you know.
Huh.
You go around looking through curtains.
Peeping Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's
you're-
voyeurism. Watching someone rail your girl is not.
So what I'm hearing is I am completely alone at this fucking table right
Sounds
now.
You're into it? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't think I was until it happened. Not with my current fiance. Not with my current fiance. No. No, I was. This was when I was fucking drinking and drugging hella, and like we were just fucked up. And weirdly enough, this is just how being on drugs makes your conversations. We were watching porn, all four of us. It was 2 girls and then me and a dude. It's not like just 3, and you know. And he very quite matter-of-factly looked my way and was just like, "Your chick's hot. Mind if I fuck her?" And I was like, "No,
That's
not at all."
appropriate response.
Yeah. And then they fucked in front of me, and I was like, "Oh."
Well, that's not the appropriate response to you saying no, though.
Did you go to the other one then? Or no?
Oh, please tell me.
No.
No?
No.
So you just.
It was not my cup of tea.
Did you get hard?
I did. The other chick was not my cup of tea, no. But watching them do it was pretty good.
Was the other chick into watching her boyfriend fuck another girl?
I don't know. Like, that's a
I
good
think- I
question.
would
That's
have to-
really weird to me, too.
I'd have to take that as just a consolation prize.
Yeah.
You know, so at least you'd have that over the other guy. Like, you know, because now that dude owns you because you're his bitch because I just fucked your girl.
You didn't win, but you went home with something.
Yeah, you meant it's like at least you got that. Well, I fucked his too, you know, instead of just yeah, he can take her whenever he wants. You know, you just became Eeyore at the end of a porn just because.
Well, no, I said.
I think less of you now, dude.
Do you really?
I do.
Are you looking at me as if I'm a cuck?
No, but it's just come on, man. It's
Dude, we were high. See, and that's just it.
Okay,
I haven't done it sober.
If he said, "Hey, mind if I fuck you?" Would you be okay with that?
Man, he was high.
He
Come
was
on.
high. Is that going to be the same? Oh,
Wait,
that
me?
happened later. Yeah.
My asshole?
Yes.
Am I pitching?
No.
I'm catching?
Yeah.
No. That would not be okay. Wow, we just went off on a fucking tangent.
Yeah, it was kind of gay.
Yeah, let's take the fucking eyes off me and my fucking weird fetishes.
Now he wishes he wants to delete that whole part. Let's go back and edit it.
No, what I ultimately wanted was one person in here to be like, yes, I think that's cool too.
The only time
Well, I
I'd be
think
good
it's
with that
cool.
is if I was looking for a way out
Yeah.
and be
there you
like,
go.
"Yeah, I'm out of here, you dirty whore," which is a totally misogynistic, fucked up thing to say, but
And I still would have fucked the other girl on my way out.
I would have too. Even if she was gross, even if she looked like me. Like, you know what?
All
I
right,
gotta get.
how about, all right, so now I'm curious. Are you guys looking down on me because I let some dude fuck my chick at the time,
No.
or because I didn't fuck the chick?
Just because he didn't wife swap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, all right, it was a trade. It was a bad trade, but it was still a trade. Whatever. Instead of just, yeah, do whatever you want. I'm just gonna stand here. You know, just I don't know. That would bug me. But
That is interesting that you liked it, though, because I've always, like, looked at it and felt like who would want to watch that. Like, honestly, some of my last girlfriends I probably wouldn't give a fuck now, but, like, the girlfriend I have now, fiance.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that would kill me. That would kill me.
Well, and I see what you're saying. Like, it's not like I was able to suspend emotion for that time. Like, with
Yeah.
my current fiance, I don't think I could do that. Like, I might get pleasure out of her getting pleasure, but then at the same time, yeah, like, I don't think I could suspend. I mean, I was really high. Like, let's fucking remember that part of the story, guys.
Yeah, if you were really high and drunk and still didn't want to fuck that chick, so she was probably disgusting. You might have made the right move.
Yeah, she was ultra skinny,
Oh, well,
and I like them thick.
I'm ultra skinny, so
To your
I
safety.
can't
your
discriminate.
if you guys end up in prison together,
You're
he's
all
got your
good.
back. Literally.
So, speaking of fiance, I was really hoping you would have brought her because I wanted to see if she took a peek at Dave's ding-a-ling.
She was trying to. Dave Smith, that's her favorite comedian. She met him at Skankfest. We have a great set of pictures of her taking a picture alone with him where she's smiling is like the biggest smile I've ever seen. And then her with me taking a picture with him, and she's doesn't want to be there. It's great. But Dave's wife was there. We were talking to them for a little bit.
Oh, that's it. Lauren, right?
Yeah, or I don't think they're married yet. I think they're engaged
Yeah.
too. But she's super pregnant. They might have even had the kid now. I'm not sure. But it was really cool. She was excited to. I got to meet so many people that I looked up to. That for her to get to meet her favorite comedian was pretty cool too. And that was like the whole reason we went, was to see our favorite comedians. So that was cool.
Yeah, and Dave Smith, the reason I asked about his dick is supposedly he has a huge hog.
Yeah. They say that about skinny white guys. I don't know, not to typecast myself or anything.
I'm not going to lie. Man, this is just going to make me
Was
seem
the guy that
weird.
cooked you a skinny white guy?
No, I was talking with my fiance randomly because she says I have a big dick, and I know she's lying, right? Because I've been with my dick all my life. I know the size of
yeah.
it. And she was like, no, what's hilarious is big, broad guys, you're like, oh, you'd think they'd be hung. No, it's the skinny, fucking, like, rail white guys. They're supposedly hung.
Or it's in relation.
Everything's got to be
You put the
proportional.
same dick on him and put the same dick on me, it's going to look way different.
It's true. It's like the shaving your pubes trick to make
Yeah.
it look a little bigger.
And you know if you have a little dick, is all they do is like
What?
they just tell you your balls look good.
Yeah. My girlfriend said the same thing about me, that, like, I have a big penis, and I was like, you're lying, but thank you, I appreciate it. And then, while we were at Skankfest, we watched the Naked Roast Battle, and I saw 7 penises that night, and have never felt better about myself. I had so much confidence leaving there. I was like, let's go, you don't want me to pull my dick out. It was fun, though.
Yeah.
The
So,
confidence of some people, just you're sitting there with a corn nut, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll take it
Yeah.
off." Like, what the fuck, dude?
What are you doing?
I gotta say, you are possibly one of the hardest working men because, from what Nicole told me, he had his bachelor party last weekend, right?
This past
was your
weekend,
bachelor party
Saturday
you were going
night.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Reno. But what does he do? He goes and gets the fucking guest spot on the show that Nicole and Dan are doing.
Yeah,
Nice.
they were literally like 7-minute walk from where we were at the bar, and I was like, "This starts in like an hour. I'm not too fucked up yet to where like I know what's going on. Let's go do a guest set." And then, because I had a show the next night at Cobb's, I was featuring at Cobb's on Sunday, and it had been like a week since I'd done stand up. I was feeling really rusty, so it felt good to get out there and drop a guest set. And then I had a bunch of my friends with me, so Paul was really happy I brought an audience for him. I mean, he had people there, but when I walked in with like 10 people, that definitely helped. But it was fun. Yeah.
Sorry, I asked somebody about cucking, and they sent me cucking stool.
He's really stuck on that.
A former instrument of punishment consisting of a chair in which an offender was strapped to be mocked and pelted or ducked in water.
You got to wear a hat that says dunce, like an old-timey school.
Did you ever see that show, You're the Worst?
No,
No, I haven't
actually-
seen
never even heard of it. How old is it? No offense.
It was actually, I think they still put out new stuff. It's one of those FXX shows,
Oh, okay.
and it's like these two horrible people hook up with each other, and like everyone they know is just a horrible piece of shit except for one nice guy, and the woman hates her husband, and just she starts cucking him, and then she gets him like the gear. I guess there's like some cock ring that has spikes, so you're punished for getting aroused watching your wife, and it's just
Yeah.
anyway. Actually, a pretty good show. Aside from that, that was like the third
It's a
season.
glowing review.
So yeah. No,
Wow.
you just like watching.
You weren't
people be
expecting this,
horrible.
were you?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't expecting to talk about being cucked and cock rings. But it's fun. I'm excited for it. I like the name of your guys' podcast, too. Gag on this.
Thank you.
It's all him.
Yes, I did so
Much better than gag on me.
Yeah, you listened to the first episode, right?
Yeah.
Where this guy had the hots for a 12-year-old that walked by.
She looked 14.
Dude,
The first episode, it took me 20 minutes of you guys talking about Goldberg from whatever movie for me to realize you guys weren't talking about the wrestler.
See, that's what
That's
I thought was the
who I thought
wrestler.
you guys were talking about, and then I was like, he's in the movie Mighty Ducks, I think it was. I
Yeah.
don't remember. Yeah,
Have you seen Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, I have.
I've never seen Mighty Ducks.
but
I've never seen
I
Mighty
saw it
Ducks.
when I was like 6 years old. I don't remember
But
any
you've
of
seen it.
Yeah, that's true.
but you know who wins.
The Mighty Ducks.
Hey, look at that.
It's Disney.
I honestly didn't even remember. There are some movies where they trick you, and they say this is going to be the feel-good story, and then they lose,
Like Rocky.
like Rocky. Or Bring
Sorry.
It On.
Or Powder.
Spoilers. If you haven't seen this 40-year-old movie,
Rocky?
yeah,
I've never seen it.
you gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, I have no desire to see it either.
It's actually pretty good.
No, it's not. Every piece.
How do you know if you haven't seen it?
Dude, every little clip I've seen of it, people are just making fun of it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why it's so good.
Not to mention, like, I didn't grow up with Rocky and all that, so I grew up with, like, the Rambo and shit. So I know Stallone of not being, like, serious. Like, I know it's brisk, baby. Like, that's the Stallone I know. Remember the brisk commercials?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, brisk, baby. Save some of that for the sequel. No?
Yeah, and Danny DeVito did some of those.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
The claymation?
yeah, that was like
It was claymation?
Yeah.
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, deathmatch.
But
Celebrity deathmatch. It was around that time.
Oh, damn. They need to bring that show back,
That's a
Good
one.
stuff.
but make it real. Let them go at it.
Just bring back celebrity boxing.
Yeah, they really should. I feel like they would make so much money. The amount of money that like Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor made when it was more of a spectacle than a boxing match. Floyd's old, Conor's not a boxer.
No.
I will admit, though, I had Connor going out a lot sooner.
Yeah, no, I did too, to be honest. It was a fun fight though. Like it was
It went to the 10th round,
It
right?
was great, and you'll never see a celebrity boxing match go that far. But
You don't want to,
No.
though.
yeah, no.
You know, it's. I don't know. Who would you put in one if it was going on today?
Ooh. So are these? You're talking about celebrities fighting celebrities, right?
Yeah. You don't remember
Yeah.
that? Like they had
I remember like a celebrity trying to fight Butterbean, but Butterbean was a straight boxer.
No, Butterbean would kill somebody.
Yeah.
It's.
You know, he's still fucking alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Kimbo Slice is dead, yet Butterbean is alive. Which I didn't even know Kimbo Slice was dead. I think we
I
talked
didn't.
about this.
Diabetes. I don't know if that's true. They get all the good ones.
Oh,
Patrice and Kimbo.
Gone too soon. Or a 40 out.
Oh, but seriously, who would you want to see in a celebrity death match today?
I don't know, man. That's a really good
a
question.
death match?
The celebrity death match.
The
Like-
claymation. I
Yeah,
thought we were
but-
talking about like celebrities.
thought we were
or
talking
celebrity,
about
boxing.
celebrity boxing.
Excuse
Yeah.
me. Or both, whatever.
I want to see Joe Rogan box somebody.
Ooh.
I would prefer to see Joe Rogan in
In an MMA match
Yeah.
would be way better. Honestly, against Luis J. Gomez, one of the Legion of Skanks, he just did a celebrity boxing match at Ellis Mania, or it was MMA.
How do you do?
He did good. They won. It was a 3-round matchup, and he was against another LA comedian, Ryan O'Neal. But they put on a really good show.
Nice.
It made me want to. I was hoping that he would do it for next year's Skank Fest because I want to go next year and I want to see that. But I don't know. I would want to see like a comedian fight night. I don't know about what other celebrities I would want to see because there are a lot of celebrities I'd want to see just like get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
Like Kanye West, put him in there with anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That would
He's
be
going to
fun.
get hit a couple times. It'd be great.
I
But
want to see Dave Attell go up against Jim Ross.
that would be great.
Jeff
Jeff
Ross.
Ross. Jim
Excuse
Ross,
me.
the
Sorry,
WWE
Jeff Ross.
announcer.
No. Yeah, JR.
Is that guy alive?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
By God.
So, I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good
Comedian
question.
boxing.
Do they have to be males?
No.
No.
Carrot Top and Kathy Griffin.
That's
Oh,
that's
dude, have you
perfect.
seen Carrot Top?
He's ripped.
He's fucking ripped.
Scary
So is
looking.
Kathy Griffin.
That's true. Did you guys see like the most recent thing she came out? Like she's blacklisted now because of her Trump shit.
Yeah.
No, I haven't paid attention. I barely paid attention to Kathy Griffin before she was blacklisted.
Well, she was like,
Yeah.
what was her name? The one with the daughter.
Exactly.
Damn it. She was on. God, I'm going to sound fucking old now. You know, the guy. Come on. Johnny Carson, who was the chick that was always on there? Rivers, Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
She was
yeah.
like
Yeah.
a Joan Rivers light. You
Yeah.
know, it's just. I don't know. Yeah, dig up Joan Rivers, have her go against Kathy Griffin. That'd be a good fight.
You know, Joan Rivers was like actually like a really dirty comic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a Bob Saget type
Yeah.
comic.
For the longest time, I didn't know Bob Saget was like a dirty comic.
Neither did I.
Just
And
because I saw Full House.
yeah, and apparently it's well known that he's
Yeah.
dirty.
yeah.
Which, yeah.
But that was also before like YouTube and shit, where
Yeah,
he could
that's
be
true.
dirty in
he
the
would
clubs.
just do it in the club, and then there weren't people writing a blog about it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Hang on. Nobody else said what race they wanted to Hitler.
Nope. Just
Oh
just-
shit!
just-
Look
just
at you,
gingers.
dude.
All right, all right.
No,
Just keeping me out there.
self-hating ginger.
well, see, this brought something up because No,
Your racism?
I don't want to go into a tangent. I'm going to say Haitians.
Why?
I don't know many of them. I don't, as far as I know, like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. So it's like, yeah. Not to mention, I'm trying to think of how their culture has affected me positively.
Do you like hurricane relief? that's about it.
So yeah, Haitians.
All right.
Haitians.
When I first saw the question, I wanted to say Asians so we could also fix the traffic problem and cut down on the number of car accidents. But I didn't want to lose the amount of massage parlors we have. So I decided to go with gingers.
All right.
There'd still be massage parlors. There'd just be no happy ending.
Exactly. Well, good massage parlors.
Thank you.
All right, you two.
I think it'd have
It's
to
not
go-
just us.
It'd have to be something like, they say there's only 20 people left in this tribe, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like Eskimos. Sorry, but because there's just not
Inuits.
that many.
They're
Yeah.
called Inuits.
Oh, excuse me. How many of those are there?
Inuits?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no fucking
None
idea.
after you're done with them,
Yeah.
right?
None after you Hitler them. Jesus.
Well, because you ever been up to Alaska
Yes.
No.
and Anchorage? It's fucking horrible.
This
They
dude
hate-
lived up there.
Oh, that's right.
My
Yeah, they
sister
hate
just
the
moved
natives.
there.
It's sad. It's like I remember driving up in Anchorage. They had this couch up on top of a hill that overlooked the freeway. It was like one or two couches, and I was like, "Why is there a couch up there?" Oh, that's where the natives go and drink.
They weren't hating on the natives. That's what they do.
I know, but still, but the way they talked about it, I was like, "Holy crap! This is like because you always picture like these noble people, and it turns out they're just drunks that watch traffic." But it's just so yeah.
to go shit on the couch.
So I guess to save the world, I would get rid of the Inuit.
All right.
No, I'm down.
You're down. Oh, you're down with Ginger, huh?
Absolutely.
Is your
Good
kid a
choice.
ginger?
Well, he was born redhead, so. But he's not now.
Okay.
Did he dye his hair?
Did he dye it? No, he
Yeah.
just kind of turned brown.
Oh, okay. My mom always wanted me to dye my hair.
But to be fair, I was a towhead, so.
For the longest time, I didn't know what the fuck a towhead was, and my mom kept telling me I was a towhead.
You?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's blonde, right? You're just blonde? Yeah.
Like-
I was a fucking legit towhead. I don't know why they call it towhead, but anyways. You hang out with a lot of comics of the African persuasion.
Kind of.
At least the pictures I've seen where you're, like one picture you posted, you were roasting somebody that was in your apartment or your friend's apartment. You were just chilling, sitting around.
Really? Oh, yeah. Those weren't comics, though. Those were just my friends.
Oh, okay.
But growing up, most of my friends were black, and I've noticed that, like, the majority of comedy shows, after the show, hanging out in the parking lot, whatever, I'm normally hanging out with the black comics. And they've been great to me, putting me on shows. I got offered to do the SF Punchline tonight by Javon Whitlock, but came here instead for you guys.
What?
Whoa.
Oh, that's-
Also didn't want to drive to San Francisco.
Yeah, because didn't you just come from San Francisco
Yeah,
too?
yeah,
You
on
did
Sunday.
Cobb's, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But
So Friday you had a show.
Saturday I had a show.
Saturday?
was my bachelor party
Slash
that I
show.
also did the guest set, and then had the show on Sunday.
You're a hardworking motherfucker.
Not that much. That's all I've got. That's all I've got planned until after the wedding, which is
When is
end
that?
of September,
Oh, good. For you.
September 29th.
It's not too far off.
Yeah, it's like 2
Get
weeks
nervous
away.
yet?
A little bit, yeah. Kind of want to just get it over with because I've been planning it for a while now, and it's so close.
If
But
you don't have to answer this, but roughly, what are you spending for that? Because I've looked into weddings and I'm shocked at how expensive they are.
I literally don't even know.
Oh.
I'll pay for some stuff. My fiance pays for some stuff. We've gotten help from her parents, my parents. It's
Oh, cool.
it's all just a big mismatch of everybody's money going into something. But I guarantee you it's on the lighter side of things because we're trying to do the cheapest version while still looking nice.
Yeah.
But like we're having the wedding at Lodi Lake, which didn't cost too much to rent out part of the space for a day, and then our reception is at an Elks Lodge that my uncle's a part of, so we got a discount there.
Oh, cool.
We got discounts all over the place. It's been some decorations we're making ourselves, so we don't have to buy anything. I don't know. We're saving a lot of money, but I could not even give you a roundabout answer.
Damn, I was hoping for a ballpark. Because I've looked, and it's fucking ridiculous.
Courthouse.
Yeah, they add up.
Yeah, see, my fiance wants people there, and I feel like it is. Because, I mean, I'm not, let's just face it, the wedding is really about for the girl. The girl fucking wants it and all that shit. So I want to at least have her have that.
For us, it was kind of the other way. She was like, do you want to just go to a courthouse? And I was like, but babe, like, what about our friends? Like, I've dreamt about this my whole life.
What a cuck. Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, no, stick to calling me a faggot.
But no, I wanted to bring up you hanging around the black folk because I myself am not racist, so I have a black friend. But
So says every racist.
no, but I have black friends, let's say, and no, I actually do. I have a black friend, like a legitimate black friend.
Okay.
But I grew up with a bunch of black friends in the Bay Area, Morgan Hill, which we've decided is the Bay. Okay. Mm-hmm. And tell me if you've come to the same realization I have. Like, have you guys hung around black folk?
Yes.
Okay, you guys just got silent, so I was like, are they going to answer me? Okay. So what I found is I used to think my friends were really racist because they would just be like, Nick, you're so fucking white. Like, that's what they're always like, that was so white, dude. That was so white. It took me a while to realize, like, there's disappointment, and then that so white is, like, the highest disappointment a black man can give.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Like, you don't want to do something and then have them respond with, yeah, your white ass would do that shit.
Yeah. Or like Keith. We all took a stand-up class here.
Okay.
With Keith Lowell Jensen. And he called me fucking white. And Keith is fucking
Keith
white
is white as fuck.
Yeah. What was it? It was DJ.
Yeah.
He said mijo, and I said it just like that, like, oh, my mijo. That's exactly how I fucking said it. And Keith was like, and you're so white. That's the first time you've ever said that.
Yeah, you sound like an Irish man talking about his prostitute.
What's that?
That's me home.
All right, but I just wanted to get confirmation on that because, yeah, it's like I remember very vividly this guy, Jevin, who had an older brother, Javon, spelt the same, just apparently you said it differently.
Wait, they were brothers? And
Brothers.
their name was spelled exactly the same.
Yeah. It's
That's
just,
insane.
It was Jevon, one was Javon, and one was Jevin.
All right.
And they were all J's, and their dad, who I thought was a dick because the first time I met him, he comes up to me and he shakes my hand and he holds onto it and he's like, my name's Mr. Morris. You're going to call me Mr. Morris. And I was like, all right, sir. He's like, no, Mr. Morris. Yeah. It was weird. But anyways, I remember they said I was an OG pimp.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. Compliment, right?
That's a big praise, yeah.
So then I, being the fucking white guy that I am, I was like, yeah, I'm OGP.
Okay, well, you lost all that credibility you just gained.
And now Mr. Morris gets to fuck your girlfriend while you watch.
Oh, fucking hate you. Last time I'd be honest with you guys, Jesus.
Oh, you gave me a gift there, man. Episode 342. Hey, remember that time?
Remember that time Nick said he gets turned on by being cucked? Oh, you bastards. And this just goes to show how white I am, is that right after I said OGP, not even a black person, a ginger was just like, and you lost all credibility at that point.
Yeah. That's...
All right, Jerron, what do you... I know you have something you want to talk about. I'm not going to lie, I forgot to look it up.
Oh, I don't know.
The fucking Elon Musk thing.
Elon Musk? No, you're talking about the Fermi paradox?
Yeah, so you guys know Elon Musk got in trouble for smoking weed on
Smoking
Joe.
weed on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Which I'm like, I was talking to somebody about it. Is it really that bad that he did that? Like, that doesn't take away from his genius.
It's not, except that he could be in violation of his own company's policies.
Yeah. People have been fired from his companies for smoking pot.
He
Oh,
still drug tests all his employees.
oh no shit! I see that. I didn't know. I thought he was just up in arms because he smoked weed.
I still think it's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's his company. Let him do whatever
Sure.
he wants. If
And it's
he can-
California. It's illegal
Yeah.
in California.
Exactly. And I also do think he doesn't need to have that rule. Like, he doesn't need to drug test people, especially if he's smoking weed. Maybe you drug test for harder drugs, and then if they just have weed in their system, I don't even know if drug tests can tell you that.
Yeah. I was a drug counselor. I can tell you
Really?
any and everything about drugs.
What's the easiest way to fake a piss test?
Well, let me put my counselor hat on. The easiest way is just not to do it. My son.
Well, I'm out.
Thanks for nothing.
No, get someone else's piss. In all honesty, like this is probably above all your morals, but kids, little kids. If you got a kid, take their piss.
Great. Could be a fluke, but I've heard that if you saturate yourself with fluids,
Yeah.
and then which would make your urine clear, but the end around that is to take a packet of vitamins about 90 minutes to 2 hours before you go in to take the test. So you're flowing freely. You have been all day long, which makes you diluted, and then the vitamin packs will add color.
Okay. That's a good way
That's
to
what I
cheat the
heard.
system.
Eat asparagus so they don't want to deal with it.
There you go.
Now they just do hair, so it really doesn't matter.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's cheaper and it lasts longer. It stays in your system longer in your hair.
It's cheaper to check your hair.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Demand, but anyways, fucking tangents. That's what we do here.
No,
we
I'm
go
all
off on
for
some
it.
motherfucking tangents.
This has been fun.
So getting cucked, right? Yeah. I mean, no, but the Fermi paradox. So I didn't look at what you texted me. Is that literally just?
That's the premise of it. The premise of it is if
You
the
need to,
universe
you
is
need to talk into your
infinite,
mic a little bit.
then how come we
I
haven't
don't know.
encountered any alien species? With multiple theories behind why, ranging from we're the first intelligent species to we're just living inside of a simulation, which is to the Elon Musk point. So I don't know how funny that is, but I just thought it maybe would spur something.
But what is your? This is what always confused me. What's your definition of alien? Because technically,
The Mexican.
well, if that's the case, I've come into contact a lot growing up in Morgan Hill. They're illegal too. Yes. No, but like an amoeba, that's life. There's probably amoebas out there. So is that an alien, or is it intelligent life?
No, and that's one of the scenarios that's presented is if you have an anthill and right beside that anthill you're building a superhighway, do the inhabitants of that anthill have the capacity to understand what you're doing there? So there could be aliens all around us. We're the anthill.
That's fucking deep.
That is.
That's like
Never thought of it like that.
that's like the end of Men in Black when you find out we're all just marbles and
I feel
some
like
big
that's something
aliens.
Elon Musk would say after he smoked that blunt.
Supposedly, that was like his first time.
Really?
That's what he was saying. Did you guys hear this?
I just saw that he'd
According
done it.
to the report I read from the board, it's not his first time. They've had issues with him previously for both medicinal and recreational use.
The board? Are you What? How do you have access to that?
It was in the news.
Oh, I thought like you had some top secret fucking like deep throat shit
It's
going
called
on.
the internet.
Wow.
He was at the PTA meetings.
Huh. Okay. I don't think that takes away from his genius though. Let him
No,
fucking
not
tote
at
the
all.
fuck up.
I think it might help, honestly, but that's probably just because I
He
smoke weed.
builds space rockets, for Christ's sakes. He's sending people
Yeah.
to the moon.
All right.
digging
That
tunnels
dude is
under
a
LA.
dick though. Did you hear about the dude they're sending to the moon?
No.
He bought all the fucking seats on the plane.
I choose to go to the moon.
No. So SpaceX,
Yeah.
the thing that's supposed to go to the
Yeah.
moon and moon and back in 5 days.
It's called the Big Falcon rocket.
There you go. Yeah. Looks like a big dildo, in all honesty. It really does. It's shaped like a penis. But this Chinese billionaire who I guess, or Japanese billionaire, did the Amazon of Japan or some shit, right? Yeah, he bought all the fucking seats on the plane. And then today
Crazy.
he was like, I may give them to artists that I find are going to be
Wow.
influential. May. Not he's going to. He may just go up there all the fuck alone.
Good for him.
No.
How expensive were the seats? I feel like that would be the most expensive flight of all time.
Well, he is a billionaire.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's taking it out of our pockets. It's just some other billionaire he's fucking out of a seat. And they're going to do it again, so it was one flight, right?
Yeah, and they're just flying around
Yeah.
the moon and coming back.
So I'd be like, hey, I just chartered a plane.
Yeah,
not landing on
I'll
it.
wait to catch the shittier version
Yeah.
of SpaceX and get a ride out there.
I'll be on the Southwest.
It's like
of,
waiting for a movie to come out on Redbox.
Space 1999.
Yeah,
Flight cost. I'm going to see if
No,
it pops
even
up.
you.
Uh-uh.
Zoom. No.
lost it.
What? The movie night?
Space 1999.
No.
Yeah, right.
Is that a Spaceballs reference?
No, it was a television show that was on the late 70s, early 80s, where they had set up a base on the moon. Space 1999.
Not going to lie, I wasn't born then.
Yeah, me either.
Millennial.
Goddamn liar.
Oh my god, don't even get me fucking started.
Millennial cuck.
I fucking hate you guys. You guys are mean. I don't like you guys. Well, I was gonna fucking. Now I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm so flustered.
What was the other thing?
Okay, we have a disappointed person that gave you a bunch of questions.
Oh shit!
You did one.
That's right.
You racist. I can't see shit.
She only did the one about killing a race.
I really don't.
What's your favorite color?
I don't want to ask this, just
I'll
because.
answer it.
Well, I'm gonna. I just don't want to, considering how you guys are already treating me. What percentage of gay do you think you are?
69.
Well, we're all. I mean, according to who is it, Kinsey?
Yeah.
Like we're all a little.
It's a spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah, can't put a percentage on it. Depends what day it is, how much I've had to drink.
If my friend's looking fine or not.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Is he wearing a button-up or a hoodie? I don't know.
is he sweating? Is he glisten?
Did he shave today?
Well, I think we all established we're a little gay here. Then.
My wife calls me her gay husband, so.
Well, that's because you knew the fucking.
Yeah, so I know like beauty tricks and all this crap, and like he asked a couple weeks ago about
The
about-
extra stitch.
Yeah, and so
Oh, yeah.
so I don't know why it's just
Didn't you know that? And Nicole didn't know that?
yeah.
No, Nicole knew it.
Oh, okay.
Nicole knew.
No, it was
Oh, it was Dan.
Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, but yeah, and then like I'm sitting there like a couple years back, we were watching like the Emmys or some bullshit, which right there's a couple percentage
Yeah,
points.
there's that.
And Nicole Kidman walks out, and she's wearing her dress was the same color as her skin.
I
and
thought
her
you were
hair.
going to say, like, Vera Wang, it was.
No, but
Vera
then
Wang Fall Collection.
Yeah.
all I said was because I used to think Nicole Kidman was gorgeous, back in the day, and I said she shouldn't wear that. It totally washes her out. And then I could hear my wife's head turn and look at me and go, "Oh my God, you were so gay."
Wait, it does what?
It washes her out because she was just all this. It was just a solid color, and it
This
just
is the first I'm ever hearing that term.
washes her out. It's just
That's like something RuPaul would say.
fuck. I don't know. It's just here. I gotta look it up. But not the thing. I'm gonna look for the Nicole Kidman picture. You guys keep talking. It's
So I'm gonna say 25%. Like in the sense that I'm 100% not gonna catch.
Okay.
I'll say that.
But if I had to go to jail,
if I had to pitch, I'd pitch an inning or two. I'm not gonna pitch the whole
be a
game.
relief pitcher.
would you do it like long-term jail, or are we talking like a parking ticket?
You go to jail for parking tickets?
No, but you know what I mean.
No, I
Where
don't.
the fuck is it?
If I go to jail, I'm too small. I'm fucked. I'm both literally and figuratively. I would be fucked. I have
You know,
no
someone's got a
moves.
thing for gingers in there.
Oh, everybody. There's always one.
All right. So, do we want to ask another question, or should I go to one thing I was curious about? Is because let me see your arms real quick. All right. You probably got freckles, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're a freckly man. All right.
I'm everywhere.
So I got freckles too, because like I said, my dad is a ginger. One thing I was talking about at work is that I think we had it better than most people because women want to draw on us. Did you ever have women? Oh, can somebody let him? Oh, wait, nope. What's he doing? Is he going around? What's he doing? And he's going around the base. He's going around the bases. Oh my God, he's going to score! Go!
It's probably Rob's 12-year-old.
I don't think I've ever had a woman want to draw on me.
Never connected the dots?
No, there's too many dots to connect.
Oh shit!
It's like the last page of the book where it's gone from easy to hardest, and now I'm on like the expert level. It's too many.
Oh, so that's never man. Another thing I'm only fucking had happen to me, I guess. John, don't talk so much.
Are you at the stage of freckles where you need to start worrying about like melanoma?
Probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, but
One thing
I'm worried about your health.
well, thank you.
you're looking a
I'm
little
not
sickly
yet.
there, buddy.
That's just me.
You period head.
Yeah.
I really wanted to post that as our little teaser.
That one was from the rap battle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been using it on stage too. Because that is like a real nickname that I got from my mom. And then
Wait, your mom?
Yeah. That was the first person I ever heard say that. And
Was she mad at you?
yeah. For the first 4 years, I thought it was just like a gross thing to call a redhead. And then one day it was just like, she said, no, it's because every time I see your head, I wish I got my period instead. But even without saying that part, just period head for a redhead is disgusting. Normally gets a good laugh out of people. That's why I knew in that rap battle when I was against another redhead, I had to say it. I didn't think he would
that's
have
what
that.
made you win, right? Pretty
much, yeah. We tied and it went into overtime, and I literally don't even remember what I said. I rhymed his name. His last name was Eddie, and I said he's not like ready. He's gonna go to his mom with his teddy or something like that. It was so stupid, but like his was worse that I pulled it out.
So you do roast battles a lot.
I do. I try to do them like every time we have one in SAC. I'm trying to get on it. They're really fun. I like to write. It makes me write more, and then that makes me write more for my stand-up. And then it's also something I could use as like crowd work. If I see somebody that looks like Nicole, I could use the joke that I use for Nicole.
Yeah, what was that?
I had some good ones for Nicole.
Did
But
you
also
use anything from the podcast?
no, I don't know if she mentioned it on the podcast that she's had 3 fiancés and none of them panned out. She kept mentioning that and losing guys all the favorite one. That's what I closed with. Just make me like I think on Facebook I'd have like some little rebuttal ready for it. I was just like how my mind was just trying to rhyme everything.
You get Dr. Seuss in your head 24/7.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would
I
be
honestly
annoying.
thought about writing a children's book because I work with kids, and I feel like that might.
What do you do with kids?
I'm a behavior therapist
Oh.
for kids with autism,
Cool.
so I felt like maybe
No,
some
I don't
little
feel like I
rhyming
can
book.
Give you shit.
Oh no, I hate them all.
there we go.
Don't get me wrong.
So that's probably going to sound fucking weird.
No, you're fine. It was too much processing power. It was still rolling.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Sorry, there was some behind the scenes shit going on.
I
It was
saw.
fucking up.
Well, Nicole might be happy if it didn't get all those jokes.
It
about
was
roasting her.
right then, yeah. Maybe it's karma.
When I did
fucking up.
the guest set, she gave me some of her time and then went up after me. And she like reset a roast joke from when we roasted each other, and then like it kind of fell flat. But I think it was kind of just because like most of them were my friends and they didn't. I don't think they knew that like it was funny to me too. Like they kind of thought she was just being an asshole to me. But then I was like, "Don't make me come back up there," and then that got a decent laugh, and I felt bad like heckling her during her set because like I wasn't trying to. I was just really drunk.
All right. Sorry, I lost my fucking mojo seeing this thing all fucked
That's right. I
up.
remember the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which is I work in news, so
Okay.
I catch all these stupid news stories, and my question is, well, I guess I should present it first. There was a power outage on the East Coast, and a woman went to her candle drawer and lit a candle, and then it blew up because it was a stick of dynamite.
What the?
And I'm just curious, what kind of person decides to put their dynamite and store it right next to their candles?
A girl who doesn't have a vibrator.
What if if she'd needed a vibrator that night, this would be a different story.
Yeah.
You generally don't light your vibrators, but
You don't know.
Oh.
friction. Be like the Amish.
What if you like the pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some clockwork that runs off of. Never mind. It's like
I
the
got
little
where you were.
fireplaces
I
they
got
make.
where you were going with it. But yes, I did read about that, and I thought that was
And she blew off
ridiculous.
3 fingers. But still, when I heard the story, I couldn't help but laugh out loud.
That's 3 less fingers than she can use to masturbate. I don't know why I'm keeping going back to this, but that's all I can think about when I think about a girl's nightstand.
Is masturbation?
Yes. But I don't know who would put that by their candles. Also, who keeps their candles there? Do you guys keep your candles?
Who has candles?
Yeah,
I do.
I
I also get cucked, so I mean, that doesn't say a lot.
said that like, you wanted to back yourself up so bad.
No, but I have like the fucking nice scented candles.
Yeah, but I mean those. But these are candles people are using for like when the power goes out. I guess you could use the scented ones.
My thing is, why do you have dynamite inside your fucking house?
Why do you have dynamite? Period.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of uses for dynamite. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it'd be cool to have a stick of dynamite.
I had a thing of firecrackers in my bedside drawer, which at one point had a candle on it when I lived in my last house. But that was just because I lived with all guys and it smelled like shit all the time. Nowadays, I honestly don't even know if we have any candles. I don't think my girlfriend's into candles.
None. Like, no nice smelly candles.
I don't think so.
But your fiance also has a kid, so I'm sure the money goes to the kid.
Yeah, I mean,
And kids are expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't be buying candles.
No.
No.
Yeah, sure
Right.
you can.
candles are pretty cheap, though. The candle that I had at the last house was from the 99-cent store. It was one of those blue M&M ones.
God, that is such a stoner thing to fucking have.
Well, that's another reason I used it. I smoked in the house at the last place. Now I don't need to.
Oh, this has been fun, guys.
You got any more questions from the list?
Oh, shit, yes. This has been real good. I like this. I knew we'd have fun. Once he wanted to come on and it was fucking... we share the same love for Legion of Skanks. I was like, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
All
While
right.
you're looking that up, I'm gonna do a shameless plug. I have a show here at Blacktop Comedy, October 13th. I'm doing a roast battle and a crowd work show, back to back, one right after the other. I'm pretty excited for it. The main event of the roast battle is, I believe, the first ever 4-way roast battle. Have 4 people. They're each going to tell a joke about the other 3. One gets eliminated. Then they'll tell a joke about the other 2. One gets eliminated. Joke about the other person. Winner. And then the winner gets to do the crowd work show. So that should be
Nice.
pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that. I did my first roast battle here in the little room, and we had I think Paul said we had 4 pre-sale tickets, so he didn't think anybody would come, and we had 70 people here.
Nice.
So that's
pretty
that was
good.
a lot
Impressive.
of fun. Yeah.
Especially for the little room.
Yeah, it was packed. There were 2 guys in a wheelchair, and I thought it would be funny to say that we packed this place out so much, 2 people brought their own seats.
Oh, did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the best.
That was a good one.
My stupid ass was thinking 2 people in 1 wheelchair. For mine. That's packed.
All right. Other than water, what liquid have you put in a squirt gun? I think it's all piss, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
I've never done piss in a squirt gun. I don't know about you guys if you've done anything crazy like that. But I have put a lot of random shit from the refrigerator in an old condom that I put through the washer. Granted, this was high school,
wait,
so
wait. All right, wait. Hold on. I need this painted for me.
I'll back up.
So you put shit into a condom?
Not literal shit.
No, but random stuff.
Random hot sauce, bananas, anything that was going bad from my parents' refrigerator. Me and my best friend put into 2 condoms that I had left in a pocket that I was never going to use anyways, because I don't use condoms. What? No, because I was in high school and never got laid. So we filled those condoms. We tied them off. For some reason, my best friend tied it with his teeth. Got lube on his mouth. I still make fun of him.
Lube
to
and
this day.
spermicide too.
Yeah. And then we put him under the door handles of a guy that I don't like. So when he went the next day to his car and reached under his car to open his door, he felt like a condom with a bunch of random shit in it. And then we also put one. So we put him on both door handles, so when he would open the door, that's what happened. And I hope he doesn't listen to this, because he could totally kick my ass. We also put one in the gas tank, not like the actual gas tank, but when he went to fill up his gas and opened that little flap, it fell out onto the floor. So he got one at home, like, what the fuck is this? And then about an hour later, when he went to fill up his tank, he also got another surprise.
What did he do to you?
Honestly, I don't even remember.
His high school shit.
Yeah, it was high school shit. He had talked a lot of shit, and he was like the only person I just genuinely hated forever. And honestly, since then, I haven't cared about him at all. I don't hate him. If I saw him, I would be friendly towards him, but I also wouldn't tell him that to his face.
I had a guy like that in high school. I don't. 100%. I don't know why we hated each other.
Yeah, that was what
Like,
it
we
was.
just
He didn't like
did.
me either. He probably knew it was me. We were supposed to fight one time, and he was way bigger than me. And every time I've gone into a fight, it's been with somebody way bigger than me. But I was like, fine, let's meet at the
you're so
park. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess fighting anybody would mean I'm fighting somebody bigger than me. But we just ended up never fighting, and then I wanted to get my aggression out some way.
So you filled a fucking condom up.
Yeah. What else was I going to do with it? Throw it away? I don't waste things.
You jerk off with it. That's what I did.
Maybe.
When I bought a condom at 12 years old, I thought I was the shit. Because I found out that day from my teacher, who's teaching sex ed, there really is no age limit on condoms.
Really?
Like, technically, a 6-year-old could legally go buy a fucking condom.
Sure.
Right? When I found that out, I was like, I want to test this theory. And then I got some condoms. And then all I did was jerk off with them.
The first time I ever bought condoms, I was 15. I went to the little gas station down the street. I was next in line. This dude like my age working there. I was like, cool. Someone from the deli behind me is like, I can help you over here, sir. I turn around. It's the oldest lady I've ever seen in my entire life. I was like, I'm all right. And then she was like, no, come on. And so I walked over, and then I just paid for it. There was no build-up after that. She was totally fine with it. She got down. She knew what was up. But I was nervous. I was embarrassed.
If you got any left over, come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Dust the cobwebs off the pussy.
Okay, cafeteria lady, let's go.
All right, you guys want to end it? What time is it? 7:40. I mean, what do you guys think?
Let's end with one more question. Was
Yeah.
that the last question?
There was one more.
I know Jay asked a bunch.
He did.
Came through.
Technically 4. He did. I'm really... If you're listening and you follow me on Facebook, I'm fucking pissed that you didn't write any questions. And if you think I'm talking about you, I am. I don't know who I'm talking to. I will give a shout out to fucking Trilby, though. I thought she was going to post on it. But no, she didn't. All right. Last one. Is this the last one? It is. Holy shit, it is. So you have to... So you have to eat a person to save the world / make Trump disappear / for free pony rides for life, etc., etc. What kind of person would you eat?
I'd eat Trump.
Would you?
Get rid of him.
But that's a what kind of person?
An asshole? I mean, what?
An American president.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Are we bordering on treason here?
maybe. Probably.
Good thing no one listens.
I was about to say Secret Service ain't listening to shit.
I don't know.
I bet if we said it in Arabic, it may come across some channels, but
I'm skinny and I got a small stomach, so I feel like I'd have to eat a midget.
like a Peter Dinklage kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe. I would choose Brad Williams just because he's a comic and I'd want his powers. I don't know if that's what happens when you eat somebody.
That's what the Africans think.
Well,
Like the Africans from Africa. I'm not just making a blanket statement about like Africans.
kind of
and-
are.
yeah, you know, they can't swim. They
We have extra bones. That's a real thing, right? The extra bone thing. I hear it so much that I, believe it.
I hear it a lot, but I think it's probably just in their penis, and that's why it's so much bigger.
All right, Jerron, kind of person.
Kind of person? I don't know. Probably a middle American Latino because I'm down with spicy shit. So
Okay.
You?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not picky. I'd probably get down on as long as it's cooked right.
Rare, medium rare.
Depends on the cut.
That's true. A fat person. It would have to be a fat person because fat is delicious.
Don't look at me like that.
It was. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want some lean. You'd be horrible to eat.
That'd be good.
It's
I'd be horrible to eat. I'd be horrible to fuck.
It'd be like if
you're
Right.
funny.
That's all I need.
if we were lost and like all we had to eat was you. You're like a hare. Like if you eat hare, like the rabbits, you'll actually still die of starvation because they're so lean.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Dehydration. Actually,
Dehydration? Yeah. Because they're so lean, there's really no nutrients in it.
just shit it out. It'll give you diarrhea.
Great.
Boom. And on that, let's end with some plugs. You already plugged your shows. You want to plug
October
them again?
13th here at the Blacktop. Where
Yeah,
else?
October 13th here at Blacktop, Roast Battle, Crowd Work Show. The first Crowd Work show I did was terrible, so hopefully this one's way better.
Terrifies me. So
It terrifies me, too. When I say it was terrible, I mean for me. We only had 4 people show up, so that I thought would be just terrible from then on out. But the rest of the comics killed it, so it can be done.
Like, is it all crowd work, or is it just you do crowd work, then there's
All
a comic?
crowd
and
work.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I tried to do crowd work. It went terribly. The first question I asked, the guy let me know just how racist he was.
No shit.
Yeah. I said something stupid about him probably not liking what's going on in the NFL right now with them kneeling, and he said, yeah, I want to choke them all and slam them to the ground. And
Was that here?
No, that was at Luna's.
I was going to say, because here, I mean, this is Rockland. I would anticipate that reaction.
Yeah. Here I'd be more ready for it. Downtown? I don't know. Also, October 25th at Laughs Unlimited, I've got the great Malcolm Hatchett coming up from L.A. to headline Laughs Unlimited.
Nice.
Super excited for that show. That's pretty much it. All the other shows I'm doing are other people's shows where I'm doing a guest set or something.
What about social media?
At Jmeans with a Z instead of an S on every social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Do you have a Facebook page?
I do. I don't keep up with it as much. If you find Josh Means on Facebook, add me. I'll post stuff on there. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
Rob?
I will be at Comedy Spot Monday the 24th, I think. They're just doing an open mic, and I'm trying to get on more open mics. They're starting up here at Blacktop on Wednesdays. I believe 8 o'clock show. Sign up at 7:30.
Yep.
And Blacktop Comedy has a website. You can find out more stuff, like the roast battle that Josh was talking about. I'm on Twitter, which I have not been using.
No, you fucking haven't.
I'm still trying to learn it because I'm an old man. I got to find some teenager to teach me how to do it. But it's at Govea Rob. That's Gouveia Rob. And Facebook is Rob Govea Comedy. And that's it for now.
Excellent.
All right.
Me.
John.
I don't do social media.
I was about to say, I was like, why do I even ask you?
Yeah, no, because fuck all that shit. I do have a website, but it's still under construction, so when it's ready for the unveiling, I'll let you all know. I'm no longer working for the man. My job made me get up at 3 a.m. and go out and do shit, and I'm not going to do that shit anymore. I'm going to do some new shit, including open mics. So I'm going to bust it out here at Blacktop and then start getting out there and meeting my other brethren in the comedy universe. It's nice to meet you today.
You too. That's the way to do it. Hit the mics and introduce yourself to people. That's how I've gotten on all my shows.
The one thing I will say about the Sacramento scene is, like, when I first got in, I'm not going to lie, I thought it was hella cliquish.
Yeah.
Because, like, we did our, like,
I think
clash.
it is to an extent.
It is. Maybe it's just because on Facebook, but, like, on Facebook now it's, like, opened up to where, like, I'm actually having full-blown conversations. I think when it's in person, because, like, I met Parker, but I remember the first time I met Parker, I really didn't like him because he was just around. Kyrie was here.
Yeah.
He was doing a set, and it was him and, like, Joey Stoltz and all that, and they, like, sort of just hovered away and didn't really talk to anybody.
Kind of like how we probably would.
Well, I actually said hello, but nobody said hello to me, so I was like, all right. So I didn't like them at first, but now, like, on social media, they're fine. And Parker's hilarious.
I like to keep to myself, so I've always felt like maybe some of the comics don't like me because we don't talk as much, but, like, it's also on me. Like, when I go out, I'm not going up to them, and I don't want to bother people, so I'm always, like, just sticking to the back, and then I'll talk to whoever else is feeling out of place.
Usually I'm just in my head like I'm about to fucking bomb. I'm going to bomb so hard. And then it's like, no, you can't think like that. You're going to do great. And then you get up there and it's silent and then you're just dying.
It's half the fun.
I need to get back up there. I really fucking do. Once this job.
You see your blood pressure going up just explaining it.
Oh, yeah. Or I make the mistake of, like, going to smoke right before. So that amps my blood pressure. Then I get up there, and the whole time I did one set. The whole time I kept saying in my head, like, I'm about to pass out. I cannot pass out on stage. Like, that's in my head, and I was trying to do the jokes, like, fucking panda porn. In my head, I'm like, I'm going to die. All right, so I had to write this down. Follow us on Twitter for it's at @gagonthis_pod. Instagram is at @gag_on_this_podcast. Facebook is at @gagonthis_pod. Follow me on Twitter at BigNICJOH. Blacktop in Rockland. Live shows, classes for improv, sketch comedy, stand-up, and more. Boy, could I have said that and have more of a read tone on it. Ugh. Open mics every Wednesday, blacktopcomedy.com. Josh, you are the man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, that's it. Woo.
You gotta fight for your